This is Josh Wright after Wealdstone 4, Ebbsfleet 2. There are points there you must have thought today's the day.
To be honest with you, Chaz, I'm sick and tired of standing here or going home with decisions like we've seen today. That I think every single person in the stadium, including their bench, including their fans, see. And it's not a decision that's in the middle of the pitch of a free kick that might lead to a goal. It's big decisions. This is a penalty today that we can all see clear as day that the boy slips. I didn't even think about anything of a foul. I just heard a whistle go and I was like, what's happened there? Thinking something else. And how they've given a penalty for that, bearing in mind we're standing 40 metres away, 50 metres away, and everyone else is, but they're standing, the main man who has to give that decision standing 2 metres away. And it hurts, but I'm sick to death of it. Decisions like that. There's a couple of decisions in the middle of the park which I've just mentioned there. Elbows. You don't get booked for an elbow. You get a red card for an elbow. Penalty for us after what's never a penalty for them. We don't get a decision on Stewie when he's gripping him round the neck when he's trying to go for at the back stick. We can all see that there's a big shout for a penalty. A lot more than obviously what they've been given for, but do we get it? Of course we don't. So it's frustrating, it hurts because we've scored a couple of goals today and we've led twice, and no way in a million years does that game end that way without decisions like that. And it's so hard to keep taking and keep accepting because the fate, and it's not in our hands. I just said to the boys then, I can't fault you because decisions like that, you're already up against it, it's already difficult, and stuff like that's going against you. What chance have you got? But you know what it is? I'm bored and I'm tired of getting apologies in the week in terms of the referee or the association coming through and saying we got it wrong, it's our fault, we're sorry. That means nothing. That means nothing now. You understand what I'm saying? It means nothing now. It's all good and well them coming out and apologising, and for me that means nothing. It's on the day, it's the decision when they have to make it, and I could stand here and say more, but I need to be careful. But I'm bored and tired of receiving apologies every single week about big decisions that cost you in football games.
But the penalty decision that was given against you was crucial with the timing, because you could have gone in at half-time 2-1 up. The whole course of the game would have changed because you would have got into the boys at half-time, reiterated what you wanted to get across, and they would have had a different game plan in the second half.
Yeah, look, the conceding the second goal is right on half-time is frustrating as a team. We have to take that, and that one was disappointing. But in terms of the ascendancy, going 1-0 up, seeing it through, which we've done fantastically well over so many games in recent weeks where we've come away with either a clean sheet or we've dug deep and got that result, grinded out that point. So to concede such a soft goal out of nothing, which should never, ever, ever be given, shouldn't be given. And that's the wrong thing about the game. That's the wrong thing, that we're on the end of every, not just poor decision, but decision that is massive decisions in games at massive times. And I could stand here and name a few more throughout the game today, but that one, I can't for the life of me think and see how a referee has just given that decision. And it hurts, but I'm tired of it. I'm tired of every single week coming out of a game saying, how on earth has that decision been given or not been given?
But isn't that the lot of a football manager? That's what you've got to put up with.
Yeah, of course you have to put up with it, but how many times is it going to happen? How many times is it going to continuously happen in terms of the big ones that every single person can see? Like that one shouldn't have even been a debate today. Shouldn't have even been a debate. It wasn't like it was, was it a foul? It was a slip, which we can see. But look, I can stand here and I can keep saying it, but at the end of the day, these decisions are made and you have to go above that. You have to do more to override that. And ultimately, that's what we'll have to do. But for me, decisions like that should never be given in professional football.
Moving away from that, which there's nothing you can do about, what about the performance of your team? Because, as I say, twice you're in the lead,
yeah.
and there must have been times when you thought, well, you know, they've come back, took the lead, they were pegged back to 1 apiece, but they came back again. They showed that character today. Yeah,
well, it shows steps again that we've scored twice today and we've led twice. So there's another step in the right direction in that front, but obviously it's finding the whole game, the whole round of it, the full balance. But yeah, I've stood there today and I think the one's got away from us today, and never ever in a million years should it end 4-2. Of course that one's hard, have to digest that, have to look back at that and look where the goals. As I say, I'm very disappointed with the second goal, especially the timing. The third goal is poor. Again, I'd love to see it back. I'm not sure if it's a foul in the middle of the park from Muzzy for the free kick, but it still leads to it. But it's poor defending after that. It's lazy defending. It's probably a lack of communication as well. But look, at the end of the day, if the decisions don't happen in front of that, then stuff like that probably doesn't happen. But look, the positives today is that we led twice. The boys have worked their socks off on what is a very, very poor pitch. A pitch that wasn't far, I don't think, or even possibly unplayable. But the game was played. It went ahead. But it's a hard one to take that today, Chaz, because of what I've already stated and said.
Next Saturday at home to Tamworth, you got a chance to put things right. I mean, you just got to see that commitment, the way they fought to get in the lead, to get back in the lead, and try and eliminate those mistakes at the back.
Well, we're seeing it every week now, Chaz. We're seeing the commitment, we're seeing the endeavour, we're seeing the hard work, we're seeing quality come through, we're seeing everything that you need in a football team. We're still obviously feeling there's still an ounce in us in terms of that being fragile and the mindset, the mentality, which has flipped and changed so much in the recent weeks, and that's a credit to the boys and a credit to the club. But of course, you have to, if you're going to do one at one end, you have to protect the other end as well. So it's finding that balance and getting that. But look, Wealdstone asked questions of us today, and there's always going to be the odd little slip or hic with mistakes on this type of pitch. But we are back at home next week, and we have to make the most of that, and we have to capitalise on that. And if the boys keep giving what they're giving, and keep fighting and scrapping how they are, and showing the quality that they are, sooner rather than later, a run will go and the tide will tilt, if you like. But we're very, very unlucky that in the recent weeks, and especially today, that we've not come away with at least one win, if not more points out of the recent weeks.
One quick word about Ryan Carr. He came on for a cameo towards the end of the game. Looked very bright. Gives you another option.
Yeah, Ryan's been slightly unlucky since he's been at the football club due to some rulings with low knees and how many you can have in your squad. And then obviously Aaron Bowles, you come along not long after, who's been fantastic for us, has been absolutely incredible. So he's had to bide his time, Ryan. But yeah, he got some minutes today, and he's front-footed, he's wholehearted, and he's got energy, and he runs, and he's enthusiastic. And as you say, gives us another option.
So next week he could be included in the players that you select from. Obviously, Muzi Ulaganju, 2 yellow cards today. He could be missing next week.
Yeah, so that's one that we'll have to deal with and work with, and we'll see where that leaves us. But we've got a full week now. We've got a free week to be able to regroup, because the boys are giving everything. They're going to be leggy. They're going to be tired. They're running in absolute. Everything they've got is coming out of their bodies, so you have to recover, right? So we'll see where we're at. We'll dust ourselves down, and we'll see what's available come next weekend.
Well, let's hope you've still got your shooting boots next weekend, because you found them today.
Let's hope so. Cheers, Josh.
Thanks, Josh.